Hi there. Time for some time on our mat, so welcome. It's always nice to have a little bit of time on the mat. If you'd, we're going to start with just a nice comfortable cross-legged position. So just find something comfortable. If you need to sit on something, do that. So I'm Helen. Welcome. It's a nice morning here. I've just turned off the heater behind me, so my back is still a little bit hot as it generates a bit of heat. Not too hot, hopefully. So hopefully you've got a nice, quiet, comfortable spot just to have a wee practice in. You can take the time just to switch off and be just here in this moment and surrendering down onto your mat, surrendering into your practice, just letting go of whatever's been going on in your life, your day, your hour. None of it matters right now, so hopefully we can find that stillness. So close your eyes and just gently bring the tips of the fingers together and spread your fingers wide. Let your hands drop down into your lap, or just to rest the forearms on your legs, keeping your eyes closed. And just gently allowing the fingers to touch, not pressing them together too hard. But finding that softness there, and as you feel that softness in the tips of the fingers, allow that to make its way through to your elbows, so through those wrists to your elbows and up to your shoulders, and feel your shoulders drop away from your ears. Feel your shoulder blades come down the back, and as your shoulder blades come down the back, feel your heart lift, feel your neck lengthen, and lift up into the crown of the head. Soften through the jaw, your cheeks, your eyes, your lips. And press yourself down into the mat. Lift your heart a little taller. Just take 3 breaths here, starting to tune into the natural rhythm of your breath. And then bring one hand to the center of your chest, your heart, and one hand to the belly, left or right hand, whichever is your natural way to go. And just breathe into your hands, and as you breathe in and as you breathe out, feeling the movement, so connecting with that movement, not resisting, not holding back, especially the belly. Let the belly, push itself out. It's okay. We're taught so much to hold our belly in. But getting that natural rhythm of the breath and massaging these internal organs means that we need a bit of movement from the breath. We need the belly to move. We need the chest to move. As we take in a full breath and we exhale a full breath, and get that movement through the body of the breath. Five more breaths, so deep breath in. Hold the breath. And a deep breath out. Hold. Breath in. Hold. And breath out. Hold. Breath in. Hold the breath. And breath out. Hold the breath. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Drop your hands onto your knees and just drop into your natural rhythm, so it won't be as deep, most probably. A nice easy breath. Take your left hand beside you, reach your right arm up to the sky, pull the arm into its socket, and then reach over. As you reach over to the left, press the right sitting bone down, look up. So feeling just a gentle stretch through the right side of the body, and then let's swap sides. Place the right hand down, left arm up, reach over, look up. And then let's take a twist with this. So bring your left arm around behind you, right hand to the top of the knee, sit up tall, turn your chest. And then as you inhale, take your arms high, turning around to the other side, right arm down, and take a twist. You might get a little crack in your back, I often do. Inhale, sweep those arms high, and then just reach them forward. Take the fingertips down to the mat, bring the chin into the chest, and arch your back while pressing the sitting bones down. So just an openness through the back of your body. Take a breath out. And as you inhale, come up to seated, and then come over onto all fours as you exhale. Placing the knees underneath the hips, the wrists underneath the shoulders. Take a breath in as you press the top of the feet down, drop the belly, lift the gaze. And then exhale, tuck the toes, arch the back up. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Come to a neutral spine. Inhale. Stay with the breath, and let's just pick up our right leg. Lengthen the leg as you stretch it to the back of the mat, pressing the toes into the mat. Now stay here for a moment. Pull your belly button in, pull your shoulder blades down the back, even the hips up. Press the weight evenly through your hands and through to the pad of the index finger and the thumb. And then let's pick up our left leg. Same thing, lengthen it, toes tucked under, we're in high plank. Shoulder blades down the back, look forward. Breathe. And then let's press it back into downward facing dog. Inverted V. Find stillness here, so there's no need for big movements. Just an opportunity to land, be present and observe without finding a need to move, to distract yourself. Be here. Surrender to your breath. Surrender to where you are. Two more breaths. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, walk forward to your hands. Come to a halfway lift, look forward. And fold on the exhale. We're going to stay here, take the arms around behind your back, interlace your fingers. And reach your arms over to the front of the room. Observe the weight in the feet evenly through your feet. You might find that your weight rolls to the outside of your feet, so bring them in. Pick up your belly, place it on top of your thighs, drop your head down. Take a breath in. Gently release your hands to your hips as you exhale, pulling your belly in. Come all the way to standing on the inhale. Take the arms up overhead and touch palms. And as you exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Press down into the mat, into the floor, and take your arms high. Inhale. Palms touch. Bow on your exhale all the way down. As you inhale, look forward, lift the chest. And as you exhale, fold. Sweep to standing with a flat back. Inhale, touch palms. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, sweep your arms high, touch palms. And bow, exhale. Lift the chest, look forward as you inhale. Bow, exhale, press the feet down. Rise to standing, inhale, touch palms. Hands to heart, exhale. Take your arms high, inhale, touch palms. And bow forward, exhale. Halfway lift and look forward. This time step into high plank as you exhale, or bring your knees to the mat. Take a breath in and lower down. So come down onto the mat or take your low plank. Inhale, heart lifts, upward facing or mini cobra. And exhale, we press back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. And take a breath out. Take a deep breath in. Empty out and walk or step or float to your hands. Come to a halfway lift, look forward. Bow, exhale. Press down, rise to standing, inhale, palms touch. Hands to heart. Arms high, palms touch, inhale. Fold, exhale. Halfway lift, look forward. High plank, exhale. Inhale. Lower, exhale. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in. And breath out. Take an inhale. Empty out and come forward to your hands. Step, walk or float. Halfway lift. Bow, exhale. Rise to standing, palms touch, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Chair pose, Utkatasana, breath in. So finding your placement in the pose. Surrendering into your breath. Surrendering into the pose. Finding comfort in staying. Take a breath in. And fold, exhale. Halfway lift, look forward. High to low plank or come down to your belly as you exhale. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, downward facing. Right foot steps forward, back foot flat, rise, warrior one, inhale, arms high. As you exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Take a breath in, lift the heart, square the hips. And breath out. Arms high, inhale. Step it back, high to low plank or come down to your belly as you exhale. Inhale, heart lifts. And downward facing, exhale. Left foot forward, back foot spins flat. Inhale, arms high, warrior one. Exhale, hands to the hips. Take a breath in, lift the chest, square the hips. And breath out. Breath in, arms high. And then hands to the mat, high to low or down to your belly, exhaling. Heart lifts, inhale. And downward facing, exhale. Breath in. And breath out. Shoulder blades down the back, inhale. Bring your forearms to the mat and interlace your fingers as you exhale. So you can bring your knees to the mat. Stay up on your feet. You want to press your elbows into the mat, so you're going to press the mat away. You're not dropping into your shoulders. Walking your feet forward with straight legs, only if it's there for you. Walk your feet back. Press your way to downward facing dog wherever you are. Take a breath in and take a breath out. Deep breath in and empty out. Come forward to your hands. Step, walk or float. Take your halfway lift. Look forward. Bow, exhale. Come to your chair pose, Utkatasana. Breath out. Take a breath in. And bow forward, exhale. Halfway lift. High to low plank or down to your belly. Inhale, heart lifts. And exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot forward, back foot spins flat, warrior one. Open up, warrior two. So hold here, press down into your right heel, look forward, hug your arms into their sockets, go a little lower. Take a reverse, inhale, left hand down onto your left thigh, look down at your left foot and reach up from your waist. Look up or look down. Go a little lower into your lunge. Take a breath in. Your hands will come to the mat. Take side plank, either the left knee to the mat or your feet stack. Shoulder blades down the back, heart lifts. Breath in. Look down, high to low plank or come down to your belly. Inhale, heart lifts. And exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward, right foot flat, warrior one. Open up, warrior two. Hug in, come down low, hips are not forward, we're lifting up. Squeeze your inner thighs to the sky, take a reverse, inhale. So look down or look up, stretching through the waist. Lower into your lunge. Take a breath in. Coming into your side plank, so we'll show the modification. You bring the hands down, right knee can come to the mat. lining everything as much as possible in these poses. And finding length. Alignment is key, and hugging in is key. One more breath in. And take a vinyasa. So hands to the mat, high to low, or come down to your belly. Inhale, heart lifts. And exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Stay here for 5 breaths. Often we rush through this pose. Finding the strength to stay and how this pose activates every single part of your body. So be present from the tips of your fingers to the tips of your toes. And let's bring our forearms to the mat again, interlace your fingers. So remember, you can do this with the knees on the mat. If you are doing that, just keep pressing the mat away. Coming from the downward facing dog position. You can keep your legs where they are, you can walk them up. You can lift one leg at a time. And let's take downward facing dog again. Take 3 breaths. Take a breath in. And come forward to your hands, exhaling or on your empty breath. Halfway lift, look forward. Bow, exhale. Rise to standing, palms touch. Hands to heart, exhale. Come into chair pose, breath in. Sit a little lower. Take a breath in. And fold, exhale. Halfway lift. Step or jump it back high to low. Inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, stay on the toes of your left leg and sweep your arm high, take a twist. Take a breath in, come into side plank, lower the left knee down or stack your feet. Stack the rib cage. Take a breath in, look down, downward facing dog. Breath in, and breath out. Step your left foot forward on the toes of your back foot. Take a twist. Take your left arm to the sky. Stay strong through your right foot. Take a breath in, look down, side plank. Either the right knee to the mat or the feet stack. Take a breath in. And downward facing dog, exhale. Breath in. Empty out and come forward to your hands. Step, float or walk. Halfway lift, look forward. Bow, exhale. Come to standing, inhale, palms touch. Hands to heart. Come into Garudasana, eagle pose. So we'll pick up our right leg, we'll take it over the left. Tuck the toes or not. So you can have your hands at heart. You can bind your arms. And just turn around to the front of the mat again. And you're going to bring your hands, release the bind, so Anjali Mudra, thumbs to the heart center. Flex your right foot now and extend it to the back. So coming into Warrior Three with hands at heart. Taking this into standing half moon, you can bring your left hand to the floor, right hand to your hip, press out of your left leg. So lift out of that, press into the right heel, turn your hips and turn your chest. Feel your heart lengthen. Take a breath in and bow forward. Take your feet hip distance. Take hold of your big toes of your peace fingers, halfway lift. And then fold, exhale. Lift your sitting bones high and lengthen through the backs of your legs. 2 more breaths. And breath out. Press and come to standing. Inhale, palms touch. Hands to heart as you exhale. Garudasana, eagle pose, other side. Pick up the left leg, take it over the right. So you're going to bend your right leg. If you straighten your right leg, it's really hard to do this wrap. So there's always a little bend in there. And again, whichever bind positioning with your arms. Hands to heart. Flex your left foot as you take it back now for your Warrior Three. So your hands can stay at the heart, they can reach forward. Coming into your standing half moon. So remember, you want to press away with your standing leg. The right hand can come to the floor, it can hover. The left arm can come up. If it comes up, bring it to 12 or 6 o'clock. So think about 6 o'clock. Not back towards your left heel, but up to the sky. 2 more breaths. And then take a fold. Take your feet hip distance. Walk your hands underneath your feet so that the toes come up to the creases in the wrists. Halfway lift. And then exhale, fold. Release the hands and come to standing. Bring the palms up overhead, palms touch. Hands to heart center. Close the eyes, take 3 breaths. Identify your center line. Feel your inner center through your breath. Chair pose as you inhale. Sit into the heels. Take a breath in. Bow forward, exhale. Look forward, halfway lift. Step it back, high to low or down to your belly. Inhale, heart scoops forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot, right hand, left foot spins flat. Take your right hand to the inside of your right leg. Bring your left hand around to your left hip and let's turn our rib cage. So we're in extended side angle. You can bring your left arm around behind you. You can reach it forward. The lift out of the belly. Left hand to left hip. We're going to straighten that right leg as we prepare for triangle pose. Arms parallel, reach forward, tilt. Watch your right knee. Often, notice they turn inwards. Just rotate. Be really careful you're not collapsing into that right leg. As you inhale, we'll come on up, hands to hips. We're taking pyramid pose. So we're going to step the left foot around, square the hips forward. Hands can be just in the back, reverse namaste. And as you come forward, pull your right hip back. Don't allow yourself to push this left hip out and collapse. Try and square them up. And focus that rather on how far forward you go. So you might only go a little way. Take a breath in. Bend your right leg. Step into downward facing dog. Breath in. And breath out. Step your left foot forward and spin your back foot flat. Left hand to the inside of your left leg. Drop your hips as you come into extended side angle. So again, top arm can come over or wrap around. Now let's come up and prepare for triangle pose. Arms parallel. Watch that left knee, don't let it turn in. Reach forward and tilt. Then come up, hands to hips. Step your right foot forward and square your hips to the front. Press into the mat, pull away, hands behind the back into whatever bind you want. You might just want to hold or interlace your fingers. And then come forward, pulling the left hip back and up. Exhale, release, bend your left leg, downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths. And bring the knees to the mat, so just showing the modification again. Interlace your fingers, forearms to the mat, stay here, or extend the legs up. If you want to bring this into a headstand, you can, only if it's in your practice. And then wherever you are, making your way into a child's pose. Just take 3 breaths. And downward facing dog. We're going to jump through our hands or find a way onto your back for bridge pose. So you're going to jump through, across the legs, come on down. Check that your feet are hip distance. And with the fingertips maybe just touching the heels to get the ankles underneath your knees. Before you come up, just really feel your feet. So you want to evenly press down on your feet, have your hands beside you, pull your shoulders away, lengthen the front of your neck. And then press into the feet, lift the knees and bring them forward. So imagine that you're lengthening your thighs. You can stay here with your arms or walk them underneath. If you want to come up into wheel pose, you can come up into wheel pose. Try not to over clench the glutes. Should be a little bit soft. Take a breath in and gently roll down. So roll your spine down, don't clump down. Take a breath in and take a breath out. Let's come up again. So you can walk the shoulders underneath and interlace your fingers. Again, wheel pose if it's there. Don't force your hips up. Instead, bring your awareness to hugging into the core, the centre of your body. Take a breath in and gently lower down. We'll do one more. So take an inhale. Take a breath out. And then come up again. Inhaling. So whatever version for you. Opening through the chest. This is a beautiful back bend. So back bend, we're opening through the front of the body. The throat, the heart, lengthening the legs. Three more breaths. So a breath in. And as we exhale, releasing your arms, your shoulders and rolling down. Bring the soles of the feet together. Left hand to your belly, right hand to your heart, Supta Baddha Konasana. Two more breaths. Releasing the hands, and as you inhale, just bring the knees together. And as you exhale, hug them into your chest, bring your chin up to the knees. Place your hands behind your thighs. Let's rock up to boat pose. So boat pose, you can have your toes on the mat. Parallel, arms beside. Point the toes. Hug the knees in. Toes touch. Chin in towards your chest, and then come back. And then hug in again. This time extend the legs out in front of you. Lift your inner thighs to the outer edges of your mat. Hands beside you, staff pose. Sit nice and tall. Take the arms high, inhale. And then lengthen forward, so the spine lengthens rather than curves forward. Hands land wherever they land. Don't pull your feet back, just let your hands softly land somewhere. And just breathe. Keep your sitting bones down, feel your pelvis lift up, out. So lift up and forward. As you inhale, sit up again. Take your right foot to the inside of your left leg. Encouraging the right knee down. You're not forcing it down, we're just encouraging it down. Take an inhale, heart lifts. And then bring your heart forward over your left leg. So you can take hold of your foot, or your hands can just rest. If you want to press through the heel and press your left sitting bone down and your outer right knee down. So rather than tugging our foot. And then inhale, come up, let's swap legs, Janusarasana. Take an inhale, sit tall. And then as you exhale, coming forward. So same thing. Pressing through the heel. You can always, feel yourself press through the heels of both feet. Squaring your body. So if you have a tendency to drop a right shoulder here, can you just square your chest up and bring your heart forward? And these little subtle changes are what gets you into the pose a little deeper. So we really feel the pose and we become present in that practice of surrendering, Vada Pranadama. It's one of the niyamas in our practice, on the 8 wheels of yoga practice, or the 8 limbs. And then walk your hands up. We're going to take the legs wide. Again, press through the heels as you take this pose. So my crazy little left hip. Quite often have to do a little adjustment to get into this pose. So press through the heels, toes and knees up to the sky. You're going to turn over your left leg and then fold over your left leg. So as you do that, try not to let the right leg roll. Again, squaring the chest. Inhale brings you up, coming around to the other side, and exhale, fold. There's an inhale to come up. Place your hands beside you, lift your chest, stay here, or fold forward. Come on up. Hands underneath the knees as you bring the soles of the feet together. Interlace your fingers underneath your toes, sit tall, and come forward. So encouraging the knees down towards the mat, lengthening the spine. Two more breaths. as you come up, just keep the feet together, but bring them forward a little bit. Lengthen down into this bows. If your head comes down into the crook of your feet, then do that. 5 breaths, palms up. Walk your fingers up. Lie down on your back. If your leg's bent, pick up your right leg, place your right ankle to the outside of the left knee. Encouraging your right foot toward your right knee towards the front of the room. So you can stay here or pick your left leg up. Take a bind behind the thigh, behind the shins, depends on your flexibility. You want to ensure that you can keep your shoulders and your neck on the mat. So if you're hugging up, that becomes a struggle. Just let go of your left leg. And then release. If you have hold of the leg, left foot to the mat, bring your arms out to a T, palms down, and allow your legs just to roll over to the right side. Feet can relax a little here. Take the gaze up, depending on your neck and shoulders, or take it down your left arm. As you inhale, bring your head back to center, your legs up. Exhale, place your right foot down. Place your left leg over your right, so your left ankle, not your ankle, your ankle, hanging over your right knee. And then same as you did on the other side, or maybe this side is different, maybe it's more open, maybe it's a little tighter. Just work with whatever is available to you. This is practice of surrendering. It's just allowing yourself to be where you are, not forcing, but also not giving up. There's almost this gentle grip, this internal stamina that allows you to be where you need to be, to live your life to your potential, to fulfill yourself however you need to fulfill yourself, not how others want it, and not giving up. So finding that inner strength. Release your hold. Bring the arms out to a T again. Legs drop over to the left side this time. So again, you can look up or over to the right. I'm going to come out of this pose, bring the head back to center, fits over to the side, legs back, and take Shavasana. Shavasana, corpse pose, total surrender. Place the arms wherever they're comfortable. Eyes are closed, jaw, lips, cheeks soft, shoulders soft, your chest soft. Your belly, your legs, your knees, your ankles, your feet, the tops of your feet, the soles of your feet. Everything softens as you totally surrender. So that all that has happened during your practice has time to assimilate in your body. Time to rejuvenate, time to let go. palms on your breath. We'll call the end to Shavasana. A small quote on the practice of Ishvara Pranadhana. The jewel of surrender presupposes that there is a divine force at work in our lives. Whether we call it God, grace, providence, or life, this force is greater than we are and cares deeply about us. Surrender invites us to be active participants in our life, totally present and fluid with each moment, while appreciating the magnitude and mystery of what we are participating in. Ultimately, this guideline invites us to surrender our egos, open our hearts, and accept the higher purpose of our being. Just gently wiggle your toes and your fingers. Take your arms up overhead and take a big stretch. Feel your heart lift. And then roll to your right side, take a fetal position. Just stay here for a breath. Make your way up and come to a comfortable seated position, bringing the palms of your hands together to Anjali Mudra. Just letting the hands rest together softly, your thumbs to your heart, shoulders soft. And take a moment to thank and honour yourself for that divine light, that divine being that exists within. And gently raise your thumbs to your third eye centre, honouring the divine light that exists within all of us. We bow forward and say Namaste. Namaste. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Go well. Enjoy. Till next.